What if you could control your reactions to life's ups and downs, maintaining equanimity and serenity, no matter what comes your way? Imagine a life where turmoil and chaos are no longer enemies, but opportunities for growth and wisdom. This might sound like a far-fetched dream, but it's closer to reality than you might think. Welcome to the world of Stoicism. Stoicism, it's a word that conjures images of ancient philosophers pondering life's mysteries in the marble halls of Greece and Rome. But it's so much more than that. Stoicism is a philosophy, a mindset, and a way of life that has endured over 2,000 years, and for good reason. At its core, Stoicism advocates for tranquility, fortitude, and wisdom. It's about realizing that we can't control the world around us, but we can control how we respond to it. We can choose to react with anger and frustration, or we can choose to remain calm and composed, using adversity as a tool for growth. Stoicism teaches us that it's not our circumstances that define us, but our reactions to those circumstances. In today's fast-paced, highly stressful world, the principles of Stoicism are more relevant than ever. We're constantly bombarded with news and information, much of it designed to trigger our emotions, to make us react. And often, those reactions are not in our best interest. Stoicism offers us a different path. It provides us with a framework for dealing with life's challenges, a roadmap to inner peace and strength. This isn't about suppressing emotions or becoming a stone-faced statue. It's about understanding our emotions, recognizing their power, but refusing to let them rule us. It's about finding a balance, a harmony within ourselves that can weather any storm. Stoicism is not just a philosophy, it's a way of life that can help us navigate the stormy seas of life with grace and resilience. It's a beacon of calm in a world of chaos, a guiding light to a life of serenity and inner strength. So, why not give it a try? You might be surprised at the power of Stoicism. Stoicism is not a new concept. It was practiced by some of the most influential figures in history. Let's dive into the lives of 3 such figures, Stoic philosophers who truly embodied the principles of Stoicism in their everyday existence: Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. First on our list is Seneca, a renowned Roman statesman and dramatist. Despite being one of Rome's richest men, Seneca lived a life of simplicity, demonstrating the Stoic principle of indifference to wealth. He was often heard saying, "It's not the man who has too little that is poor, but the one who desires more." By focusing on the essentials and detaching himself from material possessions, Seneca found true contentment. Next, we have Epictetus, a former slave who grew to become one of the great Stoic philosophers. His philosophy was rooted in the belief that we have no control over external events, only our reactions to them. This is evident in his famous quote, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Through this wisdom, Epictetus teaches us the Stoic principle of emotional resilience, encouraging us to find peace in adversity. Last, but certainly not least, we have the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, whose personal writings, now known as Meditations, provide a unique insight into his Stoic mindset. Despite his immense power, Aurelius remained humble and focused on self-improvement, embodying the Stoic ideal of virtue being the highest good. One of his most notable quotes is, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." This sentiment underlines the Stoic focus on action over argument, urging us to strive for virtue in our daily lives. These Stoic masters showed us that by mastering our emotions and perception, we can lead a fulfilling and tranquil life. Their teachings remind us that Stoicism isn't merely a philosophy to be studied, but a way of life to be lived, with lessons that continue to resonate centuries later. So, how can we apply Stoicism in our daily lives? Let's delve into 3 key Stoic strategies that can transform your life. First, we have the dichotomy of control. This strategy teaches us that some things are within our control and others are not. For instance, we can't control the weather, but we can control how we respond to it. We can't control the actions of others, but we can control our reactions to them. By focusing on what we can control and accepting what we can't, we can avoid unnecessary stress and maintain our inner peace. Next up is negative visualization. This might sound counterintuitive in our positivity-obsessed culture, but it's not about being pessimistic. It's about being prepared. Imagine the worst-case scenarios. What if you lose your job? What if your relationship ends? By visualizing these scenarios, you are not inviting them in, but preparing your mind to handle them if they do occur. This way, you build resilience and decrease the shock factor when faced with adversity. Lastly, we have voluntary discomfort. This is the practice of deliberately putting yourself in uncomfortable situations to build mental toughness. It's like training for a marathon. You can't expect to run 26 miles without ever experiencing discomfort during training. Similarly, you can't expect to handle life's challenges without training your mind to endure discomfort. This could be as simple as taking a cold shower, fasting for a day, or disconnecting from technology for a while. The goal is to teach your mind that discomfort is temporary and it's something you can endure. These strategies are not about eliminating emotions or being indifferent to the world around you. On the contrary, they are about understanding your emotions, accepting the world as it is, and training your mind to respond instead of react. Remember, Stoicism is all about training the mind to respond, not react. How does Stoicism help us build resilience? This is a question that may have crossed your mind. Well, it's simple. Stoicism at its core is about understanding what is within our control and what is not. It's about accepting the challenges that life throws at us and facing them with courage and strength. Consider the life of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus. Born a slave, Epictetus faced countless hardships and adversities. Yet, he did not let his circumstances define him. Instead, he adopted the Stoic mindset, focusing on what was in his control, his thoughts, his actions, and his responses. In doing so, he built an inner fortress of resilience, strong enough to withstand the harshest of life's storms. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, and a renowned Stoic philosopher, faced a similar test of resilience during his reign. His kingdom was plagued by war, famine, and disease, but he remained unshaken. He wrote in his meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This understanding was his shield against the trials of his time, demonstrating the resilience born from Stoicism. Resilience, in the Stoic sense, isn't just about bouncing back from hardships. It's about learning, growing, and becoming stronger through them. It's about recognizing that adversity is a part of life, a natural component of the human experience. We are not immune to suffering, but we can choose how we respond to it. Seneca, another notable Stoic philosopher, once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This is a powerful reminder that our perception of adversity often exacerbates our suffering. By acknowledging this, we can cultivate resilience, transforming our perception of adversities from burdens into opportunities for growth. In essence, Stoicism is a tool for resilience. It trains us to be steadfast, to remain composed amidst chaos, and to find peace within ourselves despite the turmoil around us. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. The path to mastering Stoicism requires practice and patience. So, how do we go about this journey? Let's break it down. Firstly, Stoicism demands daily reflection. This isn't just about thinking back on your day. It's an active process that involves questioning your responses, your judgment, your decisions. It's about identifying what's in your control and what's not, then accepting the latter with grace. This reflection helps us align better with the principles of Stoicism, guiding us towards a life of tranquility and satisfaction. Now, on to the next step, consistent practice. Stoicism isn't a philosophy to be understood and then shelved. It's a way of life, a lens through which we view the world and our place in it. So, once you start applying Stoic principles, keep at it. There will be days when it feels difficult, when life's challenges seem insurmountable. But remember, Stoicism is about endurance, about standing firm in the face of adversity. Keep practicing, and with time you'll find that these principles become second nature to you. Finally, embracing discomfort. This might seem counterintuitive. After all, who actively seeks out discomfort? But here's the thing, discomfort is a part of life. Stoicism teaches us that it's not the discomfort that causes suffering, but our reaction to it. So instead of running away from discomfort, we learn to accept it, to sit with it, and to understand it. This is where true resilience is born. Now it's time for you to start. Apply these steps, reflect daily, practice consistently, and embrace discomfort. You'll find that Stoicism isn't just a philosophy, but a tool for developing inner strength and resilience. Remember, Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions, it's about understanding and managing them. So, embrace Stoicism and unleash your inner strength and resilience.